Hey Jeep family, Neil, Subs Family Jeeps, SJ4x4.com, and we are in sunny Las Vegas. That's right, we are at SEMA 2023, and you know it with these big, gnarly, oversized, overbuilt, full-size rigs. This is always just an eye-catching section of SEMA because people are attracted to the pops of color, the big gnarly rubber, and obviously those beautiful shiny wheels. If you're following along with all of our media and content, you'll know that this place is absolutely insane. We've been coming for years at this point, and realistically, there's always something new, exciting, engaging for us to get involved in. This year, because of Life in Low Range, we're gonna be showcasing a lot of different aspects of the SEMA show, and so realistically, we wanna showcase these big gnarly overbuilt trucks. They do have drive shafts, and chrome may or may not get you home, as much as we're also going to be showcasing some of the really functional overbuilt off-road rigs. So follow along, and I hope that you enjoy our coverage of SEMA 2023.
I think Jeff is an iPad kid.
What? An iPad kid?
Yeah. Right in the back seat.
Yeah. We'll get him back to the video.
What are we up to?
Sitting in the airport.
For what?
I mean, to go to SEMA, go to Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Are you going to gamble all your money away, Davey?
My $2?
Why'd you lose my tennis ball? It rolled all the way over there. Oh, dude, I'm so hurting.
How you feeling, Jeffrey?
I'm sore.
How long was that flight?
About 4 hours, a little over. I didn't know if my legs were gonna work.
I feel like death.
You look like it, man.
That
I'm gonna stay away from you
that
for a little
flight
bit.
was brutal.
You looked miserable. Your head was down on the seat in front of you most of that flight.
Made it.
Sort of. I mean, we had to walk around the hotel 4 times before we found the entrance.
That's neither here nor there.
Turn 4.
Are we exploring tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna go explore a little bit, I think.
Okay.
You up for it? Or are you just gonna crash? And
Not
go
really,
sleep?
but I'm a trooper, so.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, oh, we could walk that way, except no, we can't. So we're gonna go that way.
Go towards the pitch of the ball.
Jeff's hyped for the sphere.
Right?
Oh, grow up.
You're talking to 2 guys that grew up in the wing area.
Dude, is a boneless wing a chicken wing?
See?
See?
How does he know?
Morning, boys.
Morning, Davey. Waiting for our lift to get over to the convention center. We started off the morning having steak and eggs for breakfast without Davey. He's a little bit sick today. I think you've downed what, an entire bottle of Mucinex at this point. We walked around Vegas a little bit last night, got to see some of the hotels and some of the sights as we were wandering in the middle of the night. Looks like our ride is pulling in now.
Stop it. Sorry.
What are we doing, Davey?
We are on the monorail. We're
Staring at a wall.
finishing up the day at Sema.
Wall.
Great view.
Great wall. It's a beautiful wall.
It's very packed in here. Davey almost didn't make it on because why?
Because my phone's on 1%.
He's been playing Angry Birds.
No, that's bad. Angry Birds. Look at Greg's shirt.
He's styling.
Rocking. Fancy.
What are we doing tonight?
Access to the Link Entertainment
Are you gonna go to Fremont Street?
available from the Toledo station as
no.
well as Harris the Link
No.
station.
No, we ain't got no strings attached, but this could be a perfect match. And yo, we all got it, boy.
Oh, I'm on YouTube?
Special, Davey.
Thanks, Greg.
It's awesome, Davey. Thank you so much for the karaoke.
Now Greg has to dance with drunk people.
Not my choice.
This is how you Vegas.
This is how you Vegas with Davey.
Vegas, baby.
What do you even got? Is that Dayquil? Generic Dayquil. That's your shot. That's how you're celebrating Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Sema, day 2. I was not doing good this morning. So Jeff and Greg went to Sema without me. I just stayed in bed and worked on trying to get some pictures and videos out to you guys. If you're not on the Facebook or Instagram, make sure you go there, follow. Basically, I guess I revived myself. Let's see. I started off with a whole bottle of generic Dayquil. Probably shouldn't have drank that much. Naked juice and Pedialyte and water. So I'm feeling a little bit better now. I'm gonna head over to the convention center, hop on the monorail, take you guys with me, see you when we get there. One more thing, if you're wondering where Neil's at, he's still at the shop helping Scott turn out some customers, you know, get your Jeeps back to you guys, so you're stuck with me.
Where are we at, Jeffrey?
So we're at the Eaton booth, and we were just looking at the lockers for the Wranglers and Gladiators. There's an upgraded option, so if you upgrade your axle shafts, you can go with this one here. Show you the difference.
So this one's stock.
This one's your stock.
That's
Your
upgraded.
This will actually show the cutaway of how they actually operate with the spiders and everything. So it's direct acting e-locker. You're fully locked. Unlock it.
What's going on?
Trying to figure out dinner, but you blew all the budgets, so we're trying to find cheap. We have a daily of allotment per day, and you spend all of it on breakfast.
That's not my fault.
What do you think, Jeffrey?
What do you think about what? This? It's an In-N-Out burger.
Mid or what?
What do you mean mid?
Is it mid?
It's an In-N-Out burger. You can't go wrong with it.
Mid In-N-Out burger?
Oh, I just cracked my head. So, in true Sema fashion, we've been given permission to come in across the barrier to scope out the Jeep in full glory. Now, here's the thing. If you saw the intro, you'll know that I'm hanging out over by the American Force trucks, which are spectacularly gorgeous, chromed, and, you know, color coordinated. This behemoth has actually been wheeled and used. You can see the dirt still on it. You can see the scrub and, you know, wear marks. You see the flex that has happened where, you know, those hydraulic king bump stops have, you know, slowed down the articulation of this. I mean, even look at the upper control arms. You know, they've been greased and dirt and mud and stuff has collected on them. That is the beauty of Sema. You're gonna find just absolutely clean, color coordinated, overbuilt rigs, you know, beautiful paint jobs, and you're gonna find spectacular, good quality welds, good quality machined, overbuilt products like this from functional minded individuals the same. So when anybody ever gives it like a solid rap and is like, oh, it's just, you know, pretty and it's paint jobs, that's not the case. Like, this Jeep is living color of the fact that there's all types of sick rigs here for everybody to enjoy. All right, so customarily, this is where Mickey Thompson tends to set up. So we're outside of what is characteristically the tire hall. So this hall has grown, and it's going to be a space, a central space that has tires from global markets. That means they're gonna have tires, you know, as small as like go-kart tires and side-by-side and ATV stuff, all the way up to just genuine earth mover, monster truck type inspired things. So they're super cool. Obviously, you see the Mickey Thompsons, the 58s that I was playing with on the Turn 14 booth. The Mickey Thompson, this display here is gonna have some of the sickest, functional vehicles you're gonna find at SEMA. And this is why you need to know about it. That this is a diverse showing of vehicles. So Jeeps, Fords, Toyotas, Dodge, Ram, you know, the whole shooting match is going to be represented here in the Mickey Thompson booth. They're making sure that they bring a diverse showing of vehicles. And these are used vehicles. That means the owners of these off-road rigs are using them on the weekends. They're using them like you and I do. They're going camping out of them. They're overlanding. They're wheeling them at different competitions. And so they're definitely worth a mention. You'll see a lot of them rocking a number of different types of Mickey Thompson tires, from that kind of the latest and greatest MT series. You can tell that this is a well-loved pair of shoes on this JT Gladiator. Kind of a cool and fun wrap. You got a couple Gladiators there rocking the Baja designs. I'm not gonna lie, folks, I love this new yellow trend that we have in the industry. So yellow light is easier on your eyes. It's better, it's a crisper, clearer light, and right now it's still technically legal because it's kind of that amber part of the family. As we move down, we see the Bronco. I'm gonna give a little bit of love to the Bronco simply because it's in the used, you know, Mickey Thompson. We know that this is not some type of show trailer Queen Jeep. We know that, or Bronco, Ford. We know that it is actually driven and used the way that it was designed to. You can see the gnarly off-road rated tires. That one is a crowd pleaser, right? That's the wow factor. Those big, crazy lugs that are present on those just absolutely maul at rocks as you're spinning tires trying to climb over things. I don't know what they're doing. They're color coordinating, cleaning supplies. Oh, do it for the gram. And then for the Toyota guys, right? And you know, here's the thing. I like the Toyota, but those of you know, kind of know I'm a Ram guy at my heart. So, God, is that gorgeous. Then you got the side-by-side, but I'm really jazzed up on this one down here. Did you see the 6-door?
Check out this 6-door Bronco.
How do these people make money? That's what I want to know. How do you make money and then build this beautiful showpiece? Greg, what do you think about the track bar to drag link geometry? It's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. And it has drive shafts, so again, kudos to them. Savage, how are you feeling today?
Not great.
What day is it?
Monday.
Monday. Monday.
Found a rock.
He's going to use a rock, and this is
Las Vegas. Bang.
bang. This guy is shotgunning a bang. Did you even open it?
Wasted it.
You wasted it.
Aw, look at
Pour it
that.
out for the homies. How you feeling? Feeling better?
Whoa.
Your shoe sticky?
Awake.
You're awake. Look at him cleaning up, throwing in his little baggie. Good job.
How long can you stay in there
How
for?
long can I stay in there? It makes me really sad that we're not allowed to get in these things, because now, like, I feel like challenge.
I think you would be like half in and you'd be done.
Who's bigger? That's what I want to know. Me or the car?
That would fit like a glove.
Davey, you and I, us Savage, in the car together.
too.
Look at it.
What are we looking at?
Those axle things there will just snap.
They'll snap. Those axle things there will snap.
That's the tie rod end.
Yeah. All right, so SEMA is for everybody, right? That's what's really valuable for people at home watching as you're following along. Understand that we are Jeep off-road and functional experts, but the realistic thing is that SEMA is for everybody. It's so massive, it's hard to even just scratch the surface for you at home. But here's the thing, a little bit of vulnerable piece that you might not know about me is that, quite frankly, I am in love with the lowrider scene. It is a scene that has gone relatively unappreciated by the automotive industry. It's been around for about 4 decades, realistically. This is a beautiful concept and version of it. So we've got Chevy Impala. The reality of the situation is driveline and functionality is secondary to the piece of art that it is. It's got gorgeous pinstriping. It's got that gold chrome coating on all of the metal that should be shiny. I love the black paint with a little bit of metal flake in it. You come back, you have a relatively original black, leather-inspired interior. This was always a really important part of the lowrider scene. So if you're watching this and that was never a thing for you, I literally used to subscribe to Lowrider magazine. I'm okay admitting it now. And you would have these window plaques. And it was guys were really proud of this. So build teams or build individuals would get one of these cut out. That was before all the the laser and the water jet and everybody had one in their backyard. They were making these, and you would sit them into your the door jams, the window jams. This one is obviously posted up here, and obviously it's not a quality lowrider without basically 3 things in my opinion. 1, some type of crazy graphic. Dose is going to be that metal cutout that you find in the window jam or here in the back seat. And then 3rd, you can't see it here because of the wheel skirts, but up here you're going to be able to zero in on a 6 set of small Dayton spokes. So typically in the 13-14 range back in the day. This is a gorgeous set. They got to be spoked, they got to be little, and typically speaking, that's so the car can have nice hops. You know what I'm talking about. So what's kind of cool about this is this actually has a throwback to Ohio. So interesting enough, I think this truck was actually here last year, or at least it was sort of here. In some form, this truck was here last year. But this brand right here, they're insta-famous. I don't know, other than this scene, kind of what they're into. I know that they're a fab shop. They're located in Ohio. This truck was here. And I think, if I remember right, it was the one that they were working on in the parking lot across from Circus last year. So it's nice to see it actually made it in. I think the turbo blew up on it last year or something. So this is a Colorado truck, but obviously it's got a Las Vegas theme to it, and Dude Fab Shop's on there. Like I said, they're located in Ohio. Building these really trick control arms and connecting links is their specialty, I understand. They did a really sick Barbie Jeep that we threw up on the Insta last year.
This one has an exotic dance pool.
It has an exotic dance pole for adult entertainment purposes. Do you like expensive camping? Do you want to sleep on top of your vehicle versus in a camper or in a tent like we've been doing for 100 years? Then you too can have the Taj Mahal of rooftop camping on your big 1-ton JT Gladiator Jeep pickup trucks. What do you think, Jeff?
I think the 1-ton nailed it.
The 1-ton.
So Kumo, giving
Yes.
away that Jeep that has $30,000 in upgrades. Go
Oh.
find them.
So where did we get this $30,000 mark from? So here's the challenge, which Jeff and Greg have put on me. The Kumo team is here. Beautiful booth, by the way. Love the motif. They kind of got this Southwest nostalgia throwback. Got the old gas station pump out here and kind of the rustic patinaed look. So cool for them. So who said this has got $30,000 in upgrades?
Right in front of us.
All right, so there's a sign. All right, so we got the Kumo tires. Nice set of tires, 37, 12.5, 17. So I'm gonna put those tires at, I don't know, I'm gonna give them, even if I go high on $500 a piece, and that's straight MSRP, I'm gonna give you $2,500 in tires. That's assuming there's a 5th one on the back. Okay, there is, we've confirmed that. I'm gonna go in at the wheels. That's a regular wheel with a simulated ring on it. I'm new wheel manufacturer. I'm not sure who this lock is, but honestly, once the aluminum machining process has become, kind of standardized internationally, everybody's making nice aluminum wheels at this point. So I'm gonna give that a $300 wheel at max. Yeah, we're about $4,000 at a top. That Evo kit is going to be just a regular, what we call a short arm or a mid arm. Evo makes a nice product. We've got a King shock on there. It's kind of a standard monotube design. I can't tell you what magic is on the inside, but monotube design on it. I'm gonna give the King shocks, realistically, I'm gonna go high on this one as well. I'm gonna go $1,600 on the King shocks.
What are we gonna do with the Evo kit?
The Evo kit. So I think the Evo kit, well, so I have to take the shocks back out of the Evo kit because now we have to break it down, even though the Evo kit's probably sold as around 3 or 32. So that gives us about $1,500 for control arms. Those literally just lowers. It's just lowers in the front. Those are stock lowers in the back. I think we have I'm gonna scoot past you here. So we do have the Evo track bar, Evo lowers in the front, Evo springs, probably a reload. So I'm gonna say 1,000 on that. Originally I was at 1,500, so let's go high, because they want 30. Let's give them as close as we can.
Do the bumper and winch for it.
Bumper and winch, Evo front bumper. Evo makes nice stuff. We're not here to dog on Evo by any stretch of the imagination. So the Evo front bumper, this little skid, we've got a super winch. So front end of this Jeep, we're gonna put at $2,500. The flare package is pretty cool. Is it? It is a bushwhacker, but I haven't seen that. So it's got a kind of a nice slim line with the inlaid LED. I bet you that's $1,500 in flares.
I would assume so.
So I think we're 15. We're gonna go on the sliders. Let's go 1,200 on the sliders. We got the Baja Designs or Dio Dynamics, I can't tell, or that's inspired. Pod, Evo brackets. Let's go high on that. Let's call that combination. Let's call the lights $600. The pods and brackets. I'm running out of things, folks.
The carbon fiber hood.
Oh, okay, 300 on the wrap. Which of? Let's go to the rear bumper. Oh, and it does have an Evo tire carrier, so we gotta go.
That's probably 25.
It's 25. This is 25 in that. Yeah, wheel liners, what? $500 by today's market? Where are we at, Greg?
16.2.
Whew, we're missing $14,000. Okay. Jeff is up on the Jeep. Look, Jeff is.
He's gone now. There's nothing interior.
There's nothing interior. $15,000 in cash in the glove box.
For taxes.
For taxes.
All right, so it's $13,800 for labor. How come we're not making?
I was gonna
any
say,
work?
maybe we need to be charging $13,800. Oh, all right, Kumo. Where'd you get your pricing from? That's what I want to know. It was good until I saw what I saw. But the 2.8 turbo is gonna redeem everything about this Jeep right now. So I can tell you, just this one just screams dream build out of the gate. So you have the panel wagon, and for those of you who may or may not be familiar, the difference of a panel wagon versus like the sedan wagon or the family wagon was the fact that panel wagons historically were a work vehicle. So they didn't have any windows here. The objective was just like our delivery vehicles, the Sprinters, the Ford Transits, the idea was that you would have shelves or packages stuffed up on the top there. So you take this really cool old work truck, beautiful color, beautiful wood, kind of a vinyl inlay there. But the gem here is this little graphic right here. Now the 2.8 Cummins turbo diesel was a product that was released here at SEMA about 6 to 8 years ago. And when that little engine was released, it was meant to be a lighter, more compact version of the 4BT that we all love. It's actually very different, but for like 30 years we've been using 4BTs and our lighter diesel conversions. The 2.8 was meant to be a plug-and-play option. Unfortunately, it never came to production the way that we would like to see it. We actually quoted out a couple different customers on the 2.8, but its availability was stifled by the market, and we never actually saw it come out the way that the industry thought it was going to. You're going to see the anniversary edition. You're going to see the anniversary edition right there, 70th anniversary edition of the 8274, that iconic gear-driven winch assembly, which again, if you know, you know, absolutely a workhorse, performance-driven winch assembly there. It's got a RIP intercooler on it. A lot of really nice stuff going on with this this particular Jeep. I bet it is a blast to drive. We got Falcon shocks, we got Terraflex axles. Right, it's got the Terraflex anti-rock, so I'm assuming the whole shooting match underneath is Terraflex. Good for them. They used to be a very, very good business.
I mean, hands down, this is my favorite build here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is this your favorite build here?
One, I love the J trucks. Two, the color.
I don't care for the wheel color.
Really? I thought you might like the wheel color.
Not on this.
The
It
wheels
doesn't pair well with it.
Yeah, it doesn't pair.
Doesn't pair well. Well, should we get out our wine, gentlemen?
Well, we are wineberry colored, man.
It's a wineberry color, Greg says. So beautiful. This is like garage kept since new and then it restored. I mean, people again are saying this is the year of the J truck at Sema. I mean, we're talking about, 30, 40-year-old trucks that are commanding attention at Sema. That is cool. You'll notice that iconic Rhino grille there that kind of, makes people, look at the front end of this and gives it kind of an aggressive inspired front end. So it's super cool. This thing is just gorgeous front to back. Custom bumper. And, it has an LS in it? Cool. So Greg's saying, Greg can see an LS, like his Superman vision. So he's saying we got a 5.3 in here. Custom grab handles, real clean interior, and a nice spray and bed liner. I dig it. This is a functional truck. You could drive it. I bet it stays, temperate. Bet it cruises nice on the highway. And if you need to load some axles into the bed of it, you can put this thing to work. Okay, so here's what I think is really kind of cool. I'm not sure. So typically these stickers was actually something that we would see when it was an aftermarket part, right? We talk a lot about aftermarket. Sema is about the aftermarket. So back in the day when AMC, Jeep, Chrysler, this conglomerate, there was a number of things like that, was these really rudimentary bumpers, and that was intended to be this aftermarket part. You'd see them on very few production vehicles. I have a hard time believing that this was an aftermarket available part at that time, but I'm just curious what they're trying to say with this sticker. Do it for the gram. I'm just the instigator all the time. All right, here we go. Here we go. You got this, Savage? They did a really nice job. This is all capped, so this has got to be our extension here.
Yep.
And it's honestly looks really nice
Yeah, you can see right here where they extended it
on the body.
Yeah.
And like there's dirt, there's mud on this thing. Like this has been used, which is of course, yeah, it's been driven. Of course, for us at Sema, that is the kind of stuff that we love to see. So we're looking for signs of the extension. That's going to come in this whole vicinity here. I mean, this is really pretty done well.
Here's your extension. They painted over some of it.
Painted over, sealed it right there.
They did a really
Got some
good job.
the bolts for the seat brackets, I'm assuming.
Yep.
All the air horns, Greg. We could have air horns here, and you get an air horn, and you get an air horn. They ended up putting the skid plates back into the extension, the gas tank skid back into the extension. It's amazing how well it fits, actually.
All right, guys, where did they section it?
Well, it's so yes. There's your big frame rail sectioning, and then your body sectioning is right here. And back, well, my eyes. All right. It was painted.
It should be right about here.
Yeah, there we go.
They honestly used
It
as
is,
many
right.
factory seams as they could.
They did.
Yeah. So, yep.
So are you guys, do you know who the builders are?
No, I'm
No.
just a collision tech.
Oh, okay. You're just a collision tech
I'm a
looking.
collision guy, so.
Right. So
I
it's
admire
actually
good.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
so if you
good
look at the
seams and
rocker-
good unions,
if you look
right?
at the rocker, you can see like they use factory seams.
They use these factory seams, and so it's right here is a portion of it.
Yeah. And I like
Here's
how
a-
they made it look as if it could have came from the factory.
Oh
They
yeah.
did a beautiful job with it.
Yeah, it's actually done
It is
well because
nicely
usually
done.
like limos or stretch is not done that well.
Right, they're hacked out.
They're hacked out.
Yep. But no, it is. Time out. So basically, see how they put the pieces together so that they.
It deserves to be in here. I want to, but there's no credit to a builder anywhere. Well, let's see. Here we go. That's just a promotional to tell them all the stuff they have on it. So what door is this? So you have two different.
Front door.
Yep.
Is it?
No, no, the window's wrong. It's expanded back door.
No, it can't be because of the fender flare. It matches the front door profile.
Is it a JT door?
Oh, that could be.
It's a JT door.
Yep.
So this is the back half of like a JT and then a JL door, I think is what. Then you're not doing door skins, which we all know is a pain in the butt. I love it. No, because you can actually see it here
Yeah.
in this versus this. So this is a JL opening and this is traditionally a JT opening. The JT doors were made like this for our folks at home watching because obviously the JT is squared off for the bed structure right there. And that's always been one of our big problems with crew cabs and four doors historically throughout the auto industry. As a purveyor of crew cab trucks, if you ever look at my big truck, you'll see that it's actually two front doors. International was like, hey, we're not gonna make more doors. Back in the day, that was a lot more acceptable. So you kind of had a goofy looking, so these are called pillars. So an A pillar, B pillar, C pillar, and now this comes to a D pillar at this point in our rear quarter. So that's why they're actually using a front door, a JT rear door, and a JL rear door. Super cool, really clean build style on their part.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Can you get a refund on my ticket? Because I'm driving this.
You're driving this home?
I'll be
I'll
home-
eat the ticket. I'll eat the
I'll be
ticket if you
home
drive this
next
home.
week sometime.
I'll eat that ticket price. I support you fully. I'll pay for gas for you. You bring the truck home. I'll pay for gas.
I think my wife will be.
No, she won't. She supports you. She's a good wife. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So one of the absolutely most talked about Jeeps of SEMA 2023 is going to be here in the Steer Smarts booth, right? So if you've seen a lot of our bigger builds, you'll know how much we love utilizing the Steer Smart steering componentry up under the front end of just about all of our Jeeps. So the reality is Steer Smarts makes, they were originator to our industry making these big oversized anti-flop technology. We've used a lot of different steering manufacturers in the process, and quite frankly, Steer Smarts brings the heat as far as just one of the most robust, long-lasting, and kind of the best construction out there. Things that we like about them is they have kind of a pinch swage that allows us to tighten it down versus jam nuts. That ensures that things stay tight when you're doing all that rugged off-roading. So now onto this Jeep, outside of the product that we actually use on our builds, but this particular Jeep is just a stunning, awe-inspiring, show-stopping Jeep, totally over the top. You see the integrated box. One of the things that I absolutely love about this is this cool menu item back here, which you're gonna see menu, it says Steer Smarts, Jeep, Mopar, Nemesis Industries, Dana, Mickey, Detroit Steel, Catskin, KC, Kicker, so on and so forth. I am in love with Detroit Steel wheels, right? So if you don't know, Detroit Steel will actually custom build you a wheel to your dimensions. Put the order in way ahead of time, but they will make this wheel custom to you, and that's probably what these wheels are themselves. This is probably a one-off made just for this Jeep. There's a couple cool things about this. Obviously, 1-ton axles. We have this great motif going on back here. The colors just scream 90s and are iconic about the thing that all people love, which is obviously, you know, that music, jingling, run out to the neighborhood and get your ice cream. And now you can do it on the trail. I think it's super cool. As far as we come around the front, we'll see kind of an interesting front piece to it. You can actually see this grille is indicative of it being a 2024, but word on the street is that the Jeep is actually older than that, and that this is just showing how you can integrate that, you know, kind of squatty but attractive grille structure onto, you know, an earlier model JL. You'll see Steer Smarts have their drag link, their tie rod assembly, their sway bar links there, all of their parts showcased, color coordinated so that they kind of pop in the process. Definitely super cool. Rooftop tent? Is it rooftop tent cool? That's for you to decide. All right, folks, you know, my love of all things obscure, unusual, peculiar, and just straight up automotive. This one is sick. So we got a VW Volkswagen inspired build here. This thing is just absolutely slammed down to the ground, and listen to that 12BT, that 12 valve scream, right? So 6BT, 12 valve. We got mechanical. It just has that epic, beautiful sound to it. I love this type of build. The air system just came on and off there. You just slammed it down. That 12 valve smoothed out a little bit. You can hear it go blub, 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 blub. And the air system powered up and obviously slammed it down. God, that is cool. SEMA 2023, we have all the coverage, all the very cool things you're gonna wanna see, from trucks to Jeeps to cars, Tesla loops, all that kind of cool stuff. We're gonna walk you through, show you the lay of the land, and why you need to follow us while we're at SEMA. All right, so we are outside of SEMA. I believe we're in, I don't know, I can tell you which lot we're in, but I'd be honest with you, I'd be confused. We are in the outdoor space of SEMA. Now, there is some stuff online that like the outdoor spaces are a little less desirable than the indoor spaces and blah, 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 blah. There's certain different lots, right? So this is a pretty desirable high traffic area. We're right at the kind of what a lot of people would assume is the front of the convention center. You can actually see behind me is the strip itself. And what we have are some of what you might call some of the overflow vehicles that maybe weren't exactly inside or that fit into other categories. That does not make them any less cool whatsoever. These are, I mean, slammed lowriders to rally sport inspired vehicles to obviously these really trick cab over builds here. Are you pointing at this Rohana thing?
That's a Lamborghini.
Who cares about Lamborghinis? Anybody watching this channel doesn't care about Lamborghinis. We want the ratted, we want the lifted, we want big tires, aggressive stuff. That car just sounds like wee wee, wee wee. Anyways, look at that twin-engined slammed cab over. That stuff is just cool. What are those two things on the back there, Savage? Speakers. What actually is pretty cool about this one is you can actually see this is a cantilever rear airbag suspension. So what's really wicked about these is once these air up, they're going to expand. Expansion here is going to turn this triangle like this, which is actually going to raise the rear end of the vehicle or the whole mid-engine section up off the ground. I love that whole kind of creative suspension because that takes a lot of geometry and ingenuity to understand how that's going to work. Very cool stuff. In our continued outdoor experience at SEMA, we have the Overland experience, right? So the Overland is going to be primarily going this direction. Last year it was actually inside. This year we've moved outside where they can really show off these crazy, cool, overbuilt camping, you know, expensive resorty camping, glamping experience vehicles. And there's just going to be everything here from rooftop tents to refrigerator components to outdoor kitchens, all that kind of good stuff that you need to outfit your vehicle so that you can have that really bougie weekend experience in the woods. So this particular space here is going to showcase a lot of those cool aspects of being able to carry all your goods with you and go off the beaten path. So as we continue through the Overland Expo experience, I got to take a moment and talk about this rig. First of all, just because it's so cool, right? It's just one of the kind of the Earth Roamer inspired RV and all landscape traversing. But more importantly, it's a battle-born battery rig. And so if you're unfamiliar, right now the wave of the future is lithium-ion batteries. So the idea that we have our standard size or footprint of a battery, but that ultimately we have these, you know, these deep cycle, super lightweight, multiple batteries, right? The ability to harness solar and wind and alternative energies and store it is critically important to the future of how we all use our automotive and vehicles and camping and all that kind of gravy stuff. So there's a number of companies, Odyssey, Battleborn, a couple other ones that are just straight lithium-based companies. Super cool rig. They're showing off their full power systems. Some of their cases here that the battery system the battery banks would go in here for your off-grid experience. But I also want to talk about the rig itself, because obviously that's what we're here for. What I think is super cool is if the people at home kind of know what this is, right? Because it's not something you see every day on any of our vehicles. And as a business that's used the up-down air system, we often talk about the ability to air up and air down in a consistent manner for that off-road experience. The cool thing about this unit, what we're looking at here, if you haven't figured it out yet, is an in-cab pressure regulator. So you would actually be able to drive up to an obstacle, realizing that you needed to air down. You'd be able to adjust that in the cab, hit a button, and slowly deflate the tires. Equally, because it's probably a diesel operated vehicle that would have an onboard air pump and air braking system, you would then be able to utilize that air system to then air up the tires, all from the cabin of the vehicle itself. We've been working on this technology to make it consumer friendly and put it into a tight little package that you at home could buy and put on your Jeep or your Toyota or your Chevy Colorado, whatever. But unfortunately, the cost to return for your mid-level manufacturers just isn't there. But in our military and rugged off-road inspired builds, this is still kind of king of the hill. It's a technology we've had for about 20, 30 years. It just flat out works, and it's a very cool thing to call attention to. Do you have just a kid in extra large?
Extra large.
Do you have like, I want that just a kid, but I need it to fit me. No dice? Okay. I'm gonna, next year's we're gonna do just a kid. I would do T14, please. Bingo. Extra large. Well, I need to try it on. I got coffee on me and breakfast.
Oh boy. Need a change.
I gotta change. I'm gonna. How do you think how do they fit?
So the extra large, I'm wearing an extra large. I'm 5'10", about 210.
Oh God. Okay.
No, you need double.
Yeah, try double.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I was going to let you try it on.
We're gonna try double.
They run a little small, apparently.
I mean, 5'10" is extra large. I mean, you get healthy like a dude, but we're not the same. We're not built the same. We're doing it right here.
This is how you got to do it, man. You got to do what you got to do.
We gotta do it. Oh God, this feels tight.
Yeah, that's what I started.
Finish. He's encouraging the fit. No, I'm not comfortable. No, I'm not. I'm gonna.
That's a 2?
This is a 2. How is this a 2?
I'm wearing a 2.
Woo.
Yeah, maybe put some weight on.
Easy, schmedium.
All them steaks in the morning.
All the steak and eggs for breakfast.
Hey, you just gotta walk more with us. Showing up a couple days late for the shows, when did you?
Oh yeah, did me in. All right, I guess I'll do the 3. Oh, buddy. That's what we're gonna do.
Finally admitting defeat.
3 sizes later.
3 sizes later.
They would have
Had
had
a
to
little
do
music with that.
Right? I could have given you a little show back there.
We just grabbed the crowd.
We would have made them fit in the smaller shirt.
I would have.
That one really looks good. Yeah, it does.
This is better. This is a better fit.
What's the vote?
That one looks good. Now you got me thinking now.
All right, it's a good option.
Just remember, he went 2 sizes bigger than usual.
I was gonna say 2 sizes bigger than usual.
Actually, if I didn't have you sign that.
Just don't wash it.
Yeah.
Well, that was a humbling experience for the day. Where to start?
What's on the back?
There's some pretty cool vehicles on the back.
I have no idea what.
There's
I think that's a
Salted, 'cause I feel like there's a
GR86.
Scott's gonna be in.
That's a 1936 Ford.
Oh God. Oh, Davey's calling out what vehicles are.
Davey's giving us the vehicle lowdown. My name is Neil. Greg, SFJ4x4.com. We're a Jeep specific business, right?
Cool.
You've got yourself, obviously, the shell of a Jeep is pretty wicked by.
It's a Jeep costume.
It's a Jeep
Basically.
costume. Tell us about your Jeep. Tell us what you're doing. Obviously, you're running in the circuit out here, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's it been performing?
We're doing pretty good. We in the speed stop yesterday. We ended up 10th in our class.
It's honestly one of my favorite. I mean, I know it's not 100% a Jeep, but it's totally one of my favorite Jeeps of the show. All right, folks, we are in the Hoonigan Burn Yard. So another attraction within Sema is there are not one, not dos, but trace, burnout, drift, and race events happening outside Tuesday through Friday. Now, it is Friday, we're shooting, so there are no specific burnout events happening here in this track, but you can see that the Hoonigan clan is having a ripping time. Right now, they're making people happy, giving out, you know, free merchandise, shirts, frisbees, hats, the whole 9 yards, right? And they've got this trick little drift car thing going on, which, you know, it's just here for fun, right? Over here, we actually have a number of vehicles that they have been using as part of their burn series, and there's a car over there that has caught on fire 3 times. 3 times they have lit those tires up so much that the undercarriage catches on fire, and they got to bring the fire extinguisher in, shoot it out. They do a little tune-up on the car, and they send it back out to rip again. So we'll show you some of that vehicle. It's pretty gnarly. They're having some fun with it, but until then, just enjoy the atmosphere and everything that Hoonigan brings to the auto industry. All right, for those of you who are following along at home, these informational kiosks don't do justice to the amazing expanse and size of this show, right? So you are here, for those of you at home and understanding this, we've seen this map. What you're looking at here is roughly 4.6 million square feet of auto enthusiast dream. Yeah, we're actually up over here at this time. There is a huge, massive hall going that way, and all of this is completely full of all the different displays, hot products, and really cool Jeep builds and truck builds and car builds that an auto enthusiast could ever want. We've covered the Hoonigan booth. We've seen drifts in the Shell Performance Unbound. We've been over to the Overland Experience. There is just tons and tons of things to see and do in this space. And so hopefully you, following along with us, can feel part of SEMA just as much as we do. They estimate that in Las Vegas, 150,000 to 200,000 people daily invade this space to enjoy the show. So here we are in one of the main halls of SEMA. This is the racing and performance area, but you're also gonna get things as cool as like Traxxas, the RC vehicles. You can check them out. The other day we actually got to see a all-wheel drive Traxxas vehicle running on their in-house dyno. It's a really wicked little thing. You're also going to be able to see some of the biggest names in the industry as far as performance-driven products are concerned, and you're also going to see industry-specific businesses and wholesale distribution businesses that assist companies like ours in doing our everyday jobs.
How fast was that?
How fast? What was our top speed? 107. I think he's going to do a second pole here. This is what I'm talking about, folks. People come in, they get to see this stuff. All right, so being one of the supporting SEMA business members, definitely has its perks in the sense that there are 3 members-only lounges throughout the entire event. Those are for the businesses that are members, that we pay our dues to support the causes and actions of SEMA. Obviously, the event itself, the outside, reasonably the public can show up and participate in. Then the inside is still exclusive to industry professionals, and that's a wide variety of people, meaning you could be a car dealership and that would qualify. You could be another, Jeep truck car outfitter and qualify. You might be a person who's invented a window cling. You probably qualify. For us, you can see this little extra tag down here, and that gives us access to these spaces where it's super important. A, we can sit down. B, it's a little less crazy, like less people, so it's a little lower on the stimulation level. You can kind of recharge, check your phone, check your messages, check your emails, get back to people, so on and so forth. And then obviously really important for me is the free coffee and then water, staying hydrated, because there's a lot of walking. People always talk about the fact that things in Las Vegas look really close because they're so big, and then when you're trying to walk to it, you're like walking forever. The convention's no different. Again, 4.6 million square feet. That's a lot of feet to cover in any given time, and especially when you're racing back and forth to meet with people, look at product, or check out a particular cool build or one of the experiences that's going on. You definitely need time to recharge a little bit in the process. This particular Jeep, if you'll remember from last year, made my top 5 favorite vehicles. Last year it was actually parked I don't know, way out in the parking lot somewhere. It was kind of funny where it was situated before. And if you remember, it's actually kind of a transplant on like a Ram 2500 chassis. So it's very cool. Where we are currently is the lobby to the North Hall. At this moment, it houses the Battle of the Builders. That particular attraction or feature of SEMA has kind of transferred around to a number of different aspects of, the event itself. But the Battle of the Builders has, a set number of vehicles. We're going to take you in, show you a couple. I think there's 2 or 3 Jeeps in it this year, or Jeep-inspired builds. We're going to show you. Like I said, this one moved from the parking lot last year into the hall, into the build competition. And we're going to show you some of the other ones in the process. Super cool. We're also going to show you a little bit of the new product, because that's actually one of the big advantages of this event, is it allows our team to be on the cutting edge of all the latest and greatest developments in the aftermarket industry. You see the new product showcase up here, and we're going to have to find the new builds. We take that one home. All right, well, SEMA fail. Little did I know, showcase closed at 3 p.m. And it is it is 3:20. So needless to say, while our team did it earlier in the week, I myself and coverage for you at home do not get to go in there. They even have guards stationed at the entrance. Jen would be all about that. It's got little glitters in it, lots of sparkles, iridescence. Man, that straight up looks like marble. Paint protection film, stress test. There's a little bit of something for everyone in here. eBay Motors. Right now, my big rig is listed on eBay Motors. I don't think that is helping any type of correlation, but I am, a purveyor of their services. So kudos to them for being here. The best part of this is I think I found a little bit of a unicorn at SEMA 2023, because honestly, folks, I think this is about the only Jeep YJ that is listed here at SEMA 2023. And I think it's gorgeous. I'm tickled. And the thing is, it's actually pretty true to its colors, because it's still leaf sprung. I mean, granted, we got a little bit of love going on under the hood, but we still got the square headlights, Rob, and we've got leaf springs. Got the rough country lift kit and the side pipe headers, side dump exhaust. Leaves something to be desired. The YJ dash has been removed, but we've got that cool 87 to 90 fastback inspired sport bar. And I mean, I love the Nitto Ridge Grappler tire. It's just a beautiful package. It's a really cool piece. And we found a YJ. We found a YJ at SEMA 2023. That's what's up. Walmart has a booth. I didn't see that coming, I'll be honest with you. It's a nice booth. It's a cool truck. But it's Walmart. I am not gonna put Walmart parts on my Jeep. I mean, I feel like there's an eBay, Amazon, like we oftentimes talk about like not putting Amazon parts on your Jeep. Great value Jeep parts? No, thank you. We are in the heart of the Battle of the Builders, which is a super cool showcase of some of the most select vehicles that have entered competition to put man and machine kind of paired together to say what is the best build for 2023. This particular Jeep, I honestly don't know if it's won or not, but it's currently being showcased. I love the fact that this Jeep is up on the main stage right now, because quite frankly, the magic is under here. That's an IFS suspension under this super classic exterior styling. I mean, that has got all the makings of vintage Iron America right there, with just a superior ride quality. The fit and finish of that is gorgeous. I'd love to know more. All right, Jeep family, man, that is a wrap on SEMA. I hope that you enjoyed the coverage as much as we did. We'll be doing it again next year and the year after that, hopefully, because of the support of you guys. take a moment, like, subscribe, do all that kind of good jazz. Share this with somebody, right? If you want to keep seeing this kind of cool stuff, we'll keep producing it, but it requires you to be an active participant. Until next year, Jeep on.